Americans' lives and in their relationship. And because of that, they wanted you here today to share their most special day, their wedding day. They would also like to recognize those who couldn't be here today, as those also play a special role in their lives. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Matt and Erica's Uncle Brian. Probably a few months back, Matt and Erica invited myself and my wife out for a nice dinner in the North End. Little did I know that at the end of that dinner, they would ask me to officiate their wedding. I was very surprised, very honored, and very humbled. And I was extremely happy. Happy because I was able to share in this beautiful day with them. And also happy for the first time, probably 100 times that I had taken Matt and Erica out to dinner, Matt actually paid. Now, I'm not a minister, I'm not a priest, I'm not even a justice of the peace. I've never officiated a wedding before in my life. So, in order to do this, I did a lot of research. I went online, I read articles, I watched videos. I even watched the movie Wedding Crashers. It was not at all helpful, but it's a pretty funny movie. One of the things I learned is, as an officiant of a wedding, I'm supposed to talk about both Matt and Erica. Now Erica, she's easy. Erica, since the first day I met her, has been nothing other than the loveliest, most sincere, most humble, kindest, gracious person I've ever met. She is truly one of those people that when you meet her, she makes you feel like you've known her entire life. And perhaps it's just because you wish you had, because she's just that special. I am unbelievably happy that she will be part of our family. She's one of those people that when she walks into a room, she makes everyone around her happy. Everyone leaves happy. To Erica's parents, I simply have one word: bravo. If there was ever a time in your lives where you questioned or doubted that you did a good job raising Erica, cast those aside. You did clearly as near a perfect job as anyone could, and you should be very proud. Matthew, it's a little bit more complex. Now, I've known Matthew since the day he was born. I've babysat Matthew, I've watched Matthew. We've had adult-child conversations, and very recently we started to have very much adult-adult conversations. In trying to think what I would say about Matthew, I had to cut out a lot of the stories I wanted to say. Like when he used to come over to my mother's house over the summer as a kid. He was asked to do very, very little. But whenever he was asked to do something, he would fold his arms, stamp his foot, and say, "I do everything in this house." And start away. I thought perhaps I'd tell the time where Matt thought he was Jesus and could walk across water. Now, the problem with that, it was in the middle of the winter, and it was across my parents' pool. Matt was not Jesus, and he sank relatively quickly. Unfortunately for me, I was the one who dove into the ice-cold water to get him. What I would say about Matthew is he is a very honest, trusting person. He is someone who will take responsibility if he makes a mistake. I know this because I had an opportunity to witness it firsthand. Now, when Matt was about 10, he was visiting my mom's house with his mother. I went over, I picked him up, we went out, we got some donuts, and I got a coffee for my wife. When we got back to the house, my wife was sitting at the kitchen table with my then one-year-old daughter sitting in her lap. Now, I asked Matt, because Matt does everything, if he could pass the coffee to my daughter, my wife. Rather than pick it up and hand it to my wife, he attempted to slide it. It did not end well. The coffee spilled all over my poor daughter's lap. Now, thankfully, she was no worse for wear. She was a little scared, she was crying, but she was fine. She still doesn't drink coffee to this day, and if she sees anyone drink coffee, she kind of shudders. Now, Matt was extremely upset. He was despondent. He was beside himself with guilt and sorrow. He apologized 1,000 times. We said to him, my wife and I, to calm him down, Matt, don't worry about it. People make mistakes. This is between us. We're not going to tell your mother. We're not going to tell my mother. She's fine. This is going to be something years from now we're all going to laugh about. You might even bring it up at your wedding. So, I then drove Matt back to my mom's house where his mother was waiting for him. On the ride back, I said, Matt, again, it's between us. I'm not going to tell anyone, right? Nope, Uncle Brian, I'm good. We pull in the driveway, his mother starts to come out. Before the door is open, the tears are flowing again. Before his foot's on the door, on the floor of the driveway, he's screaming, I spilled coffee on Casey, I spilled coffee on Casey. I did what I've done many times since. I looked at Matt, shook my head, and I left. Matt is, of all the things I've said about Erica, Matt is as equal. He is generous, he is kind, he's gracious, he's humble. He's everything you would want in a son, a brother, a nephew, and most importantly, a husband. The best compliment I can give Matthew is a few months back, my oldest daughter, myself, and my wife, and yes, the same daughter, were sitting around talking. We were talking about life and what happens. And my daughter started to talk about who she would like as a husband. And she went through this litany of requirements, a pretty long list. It was impressive. And at the end, she said, you know, Dad, just like Cousin Chris. My wife and I would like more than for our daughters to turn into Erica and for our daughters to marry someone as wonderful as Matt.
In the Circle of Its Love by Edmund O'Neill. Marriage is a commitment to life, the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other relationship can equal. It is a physical and an emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and husband are each other's best friend or alien, and the love of the other may resemble the tender caring of a parent to a child. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller. Memories are fresher. Commitment is stronger. Even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes of life that is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love that is deeper than life. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique unto themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written word. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love each other, and it takes a lifetime to fulfill.
Thank you, Sherry. You pledge to choose respect, kindness, and compassion towards one another, to listen deeply to one another, and to speak to one another truthfully today and always. Now, Matt and Erica, marriage is an ancient and important human tradition dating back to before Jesus' time. We know how important it is because it was at a wedding, the wedding at Cana, that Jesus performed his first miracle of turning water into wine. There are those who would indicate that love and marriage is never having to say you're sorry. I don't agree with that. I think marriage is actually always being willing to say, I forgive you. Because marriage is understanding that your spouse, like all humans, are not perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have flaws. We are, in fact, human. It's important to always remember this and always forgive. As the Bible reminds us in Corinthians, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude, it is not self-seeking. Love never fails. Your love that brings you here today is a very strong foundation. It is the foundation upon which you will build everything else in your life. And it's important to remember how strong that foundation of love is. Because as your wedding vows would clearly indicate, in spite of all of us here wishing nothing but the best for you, there will be good times and bad. There will be sickness and health. There will be richer and poorer. And it's important to remember in those times that that foundation is so strong that if there are bad times, if there are struggles that perhaps weaken what you built on that foundation, you can always revert back to that foundation to build it stronger, to rebuild it, and to make it great again. Also recall that marriage is not all glitter and pizzazz. Marriage is truly a situation where all of the little things are in fact the big things. Think of a verse in the Bible, I apologize. God asked Elijah to go to the top of the mountain. When Elijah gets to the top of the mountain, there is a tremendous wind, a hurricane-force wind, showing the true strength in nature, the power of nature. There's then a cool, gentle breeze across his face, and he realizes, this is God, I'm at peace. Marriage is a similar thing. It's the cool wind on a hot summer day while you're holding your spouse's hand after 20, 30 years of marriage or divorce. It's those silly little jokes that only you guys get. And even when you try to explain them to other people, they don't think they're funny, and they just don't get it. It's that cup you got on vacation many, many years ago that has a cap behind bars that says Alcatraz. And you know every time you get it, you chuckle. And when you pour coffee in for your wife, she chuckles. No matter how many years go by, those are your moments. It's the little things. Now we do the vows. Are you ready? Matthew, do you take Erica as your cherished wife in front of these witnesses, your family and friends, and promise to stay with her and by her side through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, in joy and sorrow, for richer and for poorer, so long as you both shall live? Erica, do you take Matthew as your cherished husband in front of these witnesses, your family and friends, and promise to stay with him and by his side through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, and for richer or poorer, so long as you both shall live? May these rings always remind you of the freedom and power of this commitment you make here today. May they always remind you that you are stronger together than apart, that the good times are better together than apart, and that the bad times are easy to get through when together rather than apart. Matthew, while placing the ring on Erica's finger, please repeat after me. Erica, I give you this ring.
Erica, I give you this ring.
As a sign of my love and fidelity.
As a sign of my love and fidelity.
And my vow to honor and cherish you.
And my vow to honor and cherish you.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Erica, while placing the ring on Matthew's fingers, please repeat after me. Matthew, I give you this ring. As a sign of my love and fidelity. In my vow to honor and cherish you. In my vow to honor and cherish you. As long as we both shall live. Matthew and Erica, by the power invested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for today and today only, I am pleased and very honored to pronounce you husband and wife, sealed together today both in law and in love in the eyes of God. Matthew, you may kiss your bride. Gentlemen, I now present and have the privilege of presenting for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Matthew and Erica Sands.
whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Me say, sing, baby, since we've been together, ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you weather, times are good and bad, happy or sad, and trouble, and you need a helping hand, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, now all you got to do is call.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I've loved them all.
I'm proud of my daughter. It's one of the happiest days of my life. It's an unbelievable feeling. I love you all. Thank you everyone for being here.
Dennis and Ellen, Dick and Jean, John and Ellen, Jerry and Honey Ruth. Congratulations. Love you.
Hello, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here tonight, celebrating this beautiful couple together. You both look stunning. Erica, you are the most beautiful bride I have ever seen. You had also asked me not to be there when you arrived. I had all of the questions you could imagine. How old is he? Where does he live? When I finally met Matt, I was able to see for myself what an amazing guy he truly is. He is so caring, so sweet, fun, and patient. One of my favorite times hanging out with Erica and Matt, we went to Matt's friend's dad's retirement party. And I feel like that actually shows how thoughtful Matt is.
He is always there for his family and friends.
Whether it was from too much drink, from too much fun.
On this specific night, I somehow caught this awful cold. On this specific night, we had a little too much fun.
I stayed with Erica and Matt that night, and when they were both fast asleep, I woke them up and told them I wasn't feeling well. Without Matt saying anything, he got up, came back,
With all the things to make me feel better.
and it was like 4 in the morning.
The next day, I told Matt that if I ever had to make a speech on his behalf, I was like, hey, you helped me so much that if I ever have to make a speech,
On his behalf, I would mention the time that I felt like he saved my life. I love how thoughtful he is and how he makes Erica so happy. Matt, you are everything that I could wish for in a husband for my baby sister. I love you both so much, and I wish you so much love, understanding, compassion on your new journey together as husband and wife. Can we all raise our glasses to Erica and Matt? Congratulations.
When I'm feeling your love, it's like a whip that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. Only when I'm feeling your love, it's like a whip that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. And I need your love, I need you here with me. And I don't care about much else. And I know it's hard for 5 million reasons, but I don't think I could wait. Only when I'm feeling your love, it's like a whip that blows. I can't give up and I can't let go. I won't give up, I won't lose. When I'm broken down and I'm bruised, I'm gonna give myself back home to you. And I need your love, I need you here with me. And I don't care about much else. And I know it's hard for but I don't believe